Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from creating YouTube videos. I was in Costa Rica for a week and then got back for a week and kind of just chilled out, recharged my batteries. So now I am back to doing more frequent daily YouTube videos. So we're going to start off with a Bitcoin update. Let's hop straight into the charts here, guys. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for entertainment and educational purposes only. So do not blindly follow anything I say or do. If you will follow me on Twitter or are in my free Discord group or my premium Discord for that matter, you guys know that my primary count was we have got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulse up. And we were working on what morphed into a WXY. This was my primary with our, X wave here as a triangle, and then with an A, B, C down to put in our potential bottom. Now from here, we've got a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. So this was my primary. My secondary alternative count was this guy here, which kind of started to actually shift to my primary based on the way this structure was moving. So we have the same impulse wave up to put in a 1, and this would be a potential A, B with a 1, 2, 3, with a 3 being in instead of the WXY. And then we were on our 4, and then this drop here would have been our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish our 5th wave down of our C wave. So that was my, I was starting to lean towards that as my primary until, we got this fairly explosive move up. We clearly have a 3-wave structure down. So as long as we're below 27,667, and guys, this is the Bitstamp chart, but as long as we're below this top here, this local high at 27,667, I still lean towards us finishing this C wave down, which could take us down to the low 25Ks. If we do break above 27,667, then I will switch back to my primary count. I will switch back to this being my primary count that we ended up having a WXY in lieu of this ABC structure here. So that's kind of where, I'm leaning now. And again, to hammer this home, it is certainly possible that we've bottomed. Again, this was my primary. And the reason why I switched it was just because this structure here didn't look very impulsive. But when I detail it out and look into the micro count, which I really don't like getting into the micro a whole lot because things can change just so quickly on the micro time frame. For me, it's better to, view it from a higher time frame and look at, the larger degree targets and where the possible reversals are and that sort of thing from a, from a levels to level standpoint. And sometimes when I start to dive into the weeds, I start to, complicate and convolute, the higher time frame count. So the reason why I switched to this again is because this structure was kind of looking, it was looking 3-wave-ish. It looked like, more or less a B, C, and then we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 working down. Now this structure here is clearly an ABC. So if we are indeed going to remain impulsive downwards, then this would have to move, this would have to be an ending diagonal and would move in a 3-wave, structure like this in order to, finish our C wave off. But when I dove into the weeds a little bit, it is possible to get a 1 wave out of this count here. And this being a 1, the way that would break down would basically be this being a extended 1, you have an ABC2, you have a 1, an ABC2, a 3, 4, and a 5. Which would technically put in your 1 wave. And the reason why that count threw me off is because extended 1 waves, you actually really don't see extensions in the 1 wave very often in crypto. And when you do, they kind of throw off the 3 and the 4, the 3 and the 5 waves as far as the targets go, because everything kind of goes out the window with your Fibonacci relationships when you have an extension in the 1 wave. So this would be really the only way that I can count this as a 5-wave impulse. Obviously, the other scenario would be that this is going to be a leading diagonal and that this is still an ABC, and then we have an ABC down, and then this would end up developing an ABC up, and then you would have an ABC down, and then an ABC back up to finish your impulse, and you would get overlap here with these waves, with your 4 wave into your 1 wave, if that was the case. So it is still possible that this is a leading diagonal and we get another diagonal, which I would certainly prefer not to get a diagonal, especially a leading diagonal in what I view as the start of a 3 wave. I mean, typically your 3 waves are your most explosive waves, so it would be nice to see a impulsive structure instead of a diagonal up, just to give us more confluence and more credibility to the bullish count. So that's what I'd be looking for, as of right now from a bull standpoint, is really an impulsive break, upwards above, into the 30K region is what I would be looking for. And first things first is we do have to break above this 27,690 here in order to, invalidate this impulse down. So again, really, guys, what I'm looking for is a break of 27,667 on the Bitstamp chart. Whatever chart you're looking at, you can obviously extrapolate it over, and the data still is the same. The price points might be a little different, but where this 1 wave begins, once you break above that, then this gets invalidated and I start to really lean towards this count here. I'm not going to try to make this more complicated than it needs to be, and say that we start to really develop more of a complex correction. If that does happen, we'll play level by level as it does. But until then, I'm just going to go ahead and assume if we break above this local top here, that we are impulsive upwards. But again, it really needs to prove itself out. So we'll keep it updated as we go. Have a good day. See y'all later.